Space weather forecast. NASA predicts the next solar maximum will peak on this date. Sebastian Ketley Express UK reports NASA space weather forecasters predicted the next 10 years of solar activity as the sun approaches its weakest period in 200 years. Space weather triggered by the activity on the sun follows an 11-year-long cycle of solar minimums and maximums, and during minimums, activity on the sun's scorching surface drops, sunspots are the least, and solar flares are less frequent. On the other hand, when the sun reaches its point of maximum, hundreds of sunspots can erupt on the sun and unleash jets of energy at the Earth. And according to NASA, the sun is now approaching its next cycle, the weakest it will experience in 200 years. NASA expects the next cycle to kick off in 2020, followed by a solar maximum in the year 2025. Being able to accurately forecast the sun's most active years is critical now that NASA has decided to return astronauts to our Earth's moon. When the sun is in turmoil, dangerous amount of space radiation hurtle through space and towards our Earth. The space radiation can cripple satellite networks, disrupt power grids, and even threaten moon-bound missions. NASA said the ability to forecast these kinds of events is increasingly important as NASA prepares to send the first woman and the next man to the moon under the Artemis program. Research now underway has found a reliable new method to predict this solar activity. The sun's activity rises and falls in an 11-year cycle. The forecast for the next solar cycle says it will be the weakest of the last 200 years. The maximum of this next cycle, measured in terms of sunspot number, a standard measure of solar activity level, could be 30 to 50% lower than the most recent one. The results show that the next cycle will start in 2020, reaching the maximum in 2025, and the danger is real. In 1972, NASA said a powerful burst of radiation washed over space right in between the Apollo 16 and Apollo 17 moon landings. On Earth, the planet's natural magnetic fields protect us from the effect of space radiation and solar activity. But in space, that's different. There's no natural barrier against the power of the cosmic radiation. During a solar maximum, sunspots on the surface of the sun appear as visible dark blotches. Sunspots mark the areas along the sun's surface where magnetic fields thousands of times stronger than the Earth's converge, and sunspots can last anywhere from a few hours to a few days at a time. NASA said fewer of them at the point of maximum solar activity means fewer dangerous blasts of radiation. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.